right? Which are the
I don't think they're on
concha
this list.
You have your meatus.
Just the meatus, but not the concha. Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Thought the concha were on that.
I don't think they are.
No. Okay. Well, next year. Okay, so let's do some sinuses. What are sinuses?
You have your
They're
frontal
like
sinus.
holes.
Yeah, frontal, the holes in the bone.
Temporal.
Nope.
This is your frontal.
That's frontal, but that one's not temporal.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is
temporal's gonna
sphenoid.
be over
This
here.
is,
Sphenoid.
Sphenoid.
Right behind the eye.
Sphenoid, yeah.
There's two others.
But you can't see them on
Can't see them, but they would be the maxillary under your eyes.
Oh, yeah,
Right, and
maxillary.
the ethmoid. So think everywhere that you get stuffy. I get stuffy under my eyes, under my nose, behind my eyes, forehead. Right, that's kind of the logic. So there are 4 of them. So you can only see 2 on the model. Okay, so pharynx means
the back of the throat.
back of the throat, back of mouth, and we break it down. So where do you think your nasopharynx is?
It would be right.
Here.
The nose.
Yeah,
and the
so what you do is you
pharynx.
draw a line like this. So this is my nasopharynx from my mouth up. If I do this, my oropharynx is my back straight.
Gotcha.
The laryngopharynx is between my mouth and my larynx.
So
So
sections.
nose, back of mouth, back of mouth, and larynx, back of mouth. Right? Those are the oronasolaryngo-pharynx. Vestibular and vocal folds. Okay.
The vocal folds.
Oh, that's that thing that looks like.
right here at the bottom.
Oh, it's
vocal
right
cords,
there.
right? Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it's
now
right
which
there.
one's which? There's a vestibular and a vocal.
Vestibular's at the top, vocals at the bottom.
Very nice. Vestibular is always on top. It's entranceway. All right, your vestibule is your entranceway.
Vestibular.
Okay, uvula.
Uvula.
So
Uvula
for
and
the
the-
vocal cords, you're not going to show that other model that's like from the top.
I could.
Your dangly thing.
The dilly dangly thing. Yep, the uvula. The little dilly dangle on the back of
Oh,
your
I
throat.
see.
Okay.
That little
Right.
thing right in there.
The bulimia hitter. Okay, larynx.
Larynx is in front of the pharynx, so it would be this.
Yeah, the voice box. The whole that whole thing in your hand is a larynx.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. We did the folds. Okay, now we got the blue things, which are
Thyroid
cartilage.
cartilage.
Yep.
Yep, the big shield's
These little
thyroid.
things.
Thyroid cartilage.
Okay, now find my cricoid.
Cricoid is right here.
Yep, the blue one right there.
And then you have a cricoid cartilage is right here.
Right. So cricoid is just this one here.
Okay.
Thyroid here, cricoid here, tracheal are these.
Okay.
Tracheal. Oh, got it.
Tracheal look like
Tracheal, the
these.
rings of the trachea.
Yep.
So they go all the way down.
Like this right here.
This one's
Yep.
The cricoid is where the larynx kind of glues on your throat. And the thyroid is the big shield. That's your Adam's apple. Thank you. You want the other one?
I'm gonna look at my notes
Okay,
really quick.
fair enough.
So do women typically have Adam's apple?
Yes,
though?
it's just much smaller. So the fancy word, laryngeal prominence. So what happens in puberty is testosterone makes the larynx get much bigger in men. That makes our voice drop. And because it sticks out more, you notice it. But women, because your voice stays higher, it just doesn't get as pronounced. Yeah, so like a pipe organ, the bigger the pipe, the deeper the sound. So men's larynxes get bigger, make a deeper voice. So cricothyroid ligament, so it's named between the two things.
Right here. There's ligaments right there, right?
No, but that's not a cricothyroid ligament.
Oh, it's
Yeah, in between.
that's right.
Yeah,
it's
it's
a
between
little-
the cricoid and the thyroid. It has to be
Yep.
that little thing there. It has to be between the two. In this model, they don't show it. Okay, so then we're going to keep going down. So epiglottis. Find me an epiglottis, sir.
I know that is.
Glottis is right here.
Epiglottis. Very good. The flippy flappy
Little
thing.
flappy.
It's also this one here. So that's when I swallow, it's going to bend down
Okay.
over my glottis. Okay, then we have the trachea.
Your trachea.
Or
The throat.
Did we just
Find
go
it
over
for
that?
me?
Is that how it is?
No, that's not
Windpipe.
Oh.
Yeah, trachea is the
Oh,
windpipe.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's front tube. So when you choke someone, it's in the front.
Yep.
Right,
On
so-
this one, it's this one right here, right?
Right, so that was too good to go. So that's my trachea, going down. So then you have your tracheal cartilages, which are the blue lines, also called D rings. Okay, then we have the bronchi. So they're named after the splits. So every time you split, it gets a new number. So if this is a trachea, what are these two things?
the secondary
bronchis.
or
Oh, right, and-
primary.
They're primary. They're the first split.
Yeah.
So these are
that
primaries
was my
or
question
mains.
the other time.
What are these two?
Secondary.
Those are secondaries or lobars.
Got it.
So
And then
these
there's a
are
tertiary.
primary bronchi and secondary.
Yeah.
And there's
Tertiary.
three on
These are
this side
tertiary.
and three on this
Yeah,
side and two on this
because
side.
the heart takes up a lobe, so you have two lobes on this side and three on that side. Okay, so then if they keep branching, you can't see them, but they got really small to be bronchioles. Bronchioles are almost microscopic. So this is a
Bronchioles.
trachea, primary bronchi, secondary bronchi. Does your list have tertiary? Does not, so I guess you're okay with that. And then bronchioles. Now you have to find the hilum.
That's.
Hilum.
I don't know where that's
Is that right here in the middle?
Nope, that's a
Oh, it's
carina.
not. Oh, carina.
Hilum is
Hilum.
the kidney bean, the Pucciini part. So the hilum is where all the plumbing, the depression.
All right, here.
So your kidney has a hilum where the kidney bean
Yeah.
flows
Oh,
in.
so depression's
the hilum
in
is
there.
where the plumbing enters an organ. So that's
Well,
your
isn't
hilum.
it like
hilum.
in the lymph node as well?
Yeah, lymph node has a hilum. That was actually on your quiz, right?
Yeah, I got that wrong.
Yeah,
it's
now
where
we
it
know.
enters.
Okay, so pleura.
It's all one
Where are
time.
the pleura?
Pleura.
Pleura, it's a membrane, isn't it?
It's
Around
the
the-
outside.
The lung.
On the
Around
lung. So
lungs.
where would the visceral pleura?
Visceral pleura would be
Around
and
the
around.
intercostal?
Around. It would be in the middle.
What is visceral?
Visceral.
To eviscerate someone, you remove their guts. Visceral means on the gut. On the
Oh,
organ.
so it'll be
So
here.
this is visceral pleura.
Oh.
Parietal means on the wall.
Gotcha.
So parietal pleura would be on your chest down here.
Okay.
Visceral is on the lung.
Always on the organ.
Parietal is on.
On the
That's
outside.
right.
Parietal.
So your heart has a visceral pericardium on the heart. Parietal is on the chest. Visceral pleura, parietal pleura. Right, so it's always visceral is always on the organ, on the gut.
You know, like learning that felt like it was like 12 years ago.
It's only what, 5 weeks, right? Yeah, it all kind of blurs. So visceral is always on the organ. So visceral pleura, parietal pleura will be outside of it. In fact, if you go to that guy, which I'll bring over, good job showing my pleura.
That one over there has a good one too. I thought.
Yes.
Yeah, that guy right there. Yep, has everything right here.
Right. So the pleura would be this white line you see here.
Yep.
Okay. So that'd be the parietal pleura because on the outside there. The visceral pleura would be the edge touching here. So there'd be a space between those.
What's on the diaphragm too? You can see
Yep.
it.
Yep. So that'd be two pleura with the interpleural space between them. So
And that's,
yeah,
you said that was a
carina.
Carina.
So primary bronchi, secondary bronchi, lung, all that. Good. Let's see what else we got.
That's the hilum right here where it enters.
Okay, pleural cavity is a space with hard palate, soft palate.
Hard palate right below the nose.
It's like a bone, right? It's hard because it's bony. So on this model,
So this is
yeah,
hard
this
and
one
this
here,
is soft.
and soft is where the uvula is. The
Yep.
uvula's at
You see the
thing
holes
on
like a sponge.
Yep, soft.
It's soft bone.
Okay, esophagus.
Esophagus.
That's the back tube. That's the food tube. So air goes in front, food goes in back. So on
I
this
always
model,
get food in this one.
there's your
That's when
esophagus on the back
or,
side.
or in my nasal cavity somehow.
Oh, that's how water gets so easily goes in there, and then you're like coughing it out.
So in this model,
Wrong tube.
trachea is this one, esophagus is that one. It's behind and it goes down in my stomach.
So,
The one with the rings is trachea. Esophagus doesn't have
Trachea.
rings.
It's awesome.
No rings in the esophagus.
so trachea is rangy.
Okay, so it's the
136.
thyroid membrane. So now, where's the thyrohyoid membrane?
Hyoid, yeah, at the bone in the front.
So which one is it?
Hyoid. What?
Yep, so it's between this thing here. So
Oh.
thyroid membrane is between the thyroid cartilage and the hyoid bone.
Yep,
The
got it.
cricothyroid membrane or ligaments, this one.
Got it.
So they're always named between the two things are between.
Yep. Cricothyroid.
Alright.
Hyoid.
Okay, this one I have to show you a picture to model it. Know the following terms. The conchae, those are the bumps. So we have the meatus are the lines between them. The conchae or like
I
seashell.
got middle.
So which one's this one? Number 425 is which one?
425 is
Be inferior. Yeah, superior.
Then middle and then inferior. So you have the three meatuses, and then you have the bumps. The tonsils. So the tonsils
Yeah.
are
The
like the lymph nodes,
Yeah,
right? So
lymph
this one is
superior.
There's more than one tonsil?
there are three.
Palatine.
Nope.
Would be middle.
Pharynx. Oh,
Also-
like pharynx, because some of the pharynx.
Pharynx,
the
yeah.
pharynx.
It's also called your adenoid.
Okay.
Palatine are the ones in your throat by your palate.
So those are two.
That's
So
that.
these are the ones that they
Yeah.
remove. You get your adenoids
If you
removed.
get your adenoids, they have to reach up, and if you get your tonsils
They just
out, they're
grab
in
'em
your
out.
throat.
Yep.
So the palatines are actually by the palate. The adenoids are up by your nose. And there's also lingual, but it's not on here. So we got uvula. We did. Is it listed twice?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, because I like uvulas. Okay. Hyoid bone. We know.
That one right there.
Okay. Glottis, diaphragm, adenoid. That's the same as the pharyngeal. Those are the same. Okay, so all we have left then
Diaphragm.
is the glottis. The glottis is the space between your vocal cords. So you intubate someone, you shove it in the glottis.
Got it.
Because the epiglottis covers that hole, so it's on top of the glottis.
Glottis, epi.